Hello and welcome to the Understanding Your Creator Field Masterclass. Thank you all who are here live and watching the replay. So excited to share with you today. Okay, so for those of you here live, just let me know in the chat how you're feeling today. Let's do a little pulse check. Feeling good. Love that. Moving through some things, but excited to learn. Yep. It's a good place to be in. Okay, let's dive in. So, understanding your creator field. And I may interchangeably use creator field and energy field because in my language, they are the same essence. So, what this is our creator field or energy field. It is our EMF field also, but I don't really use that term, but I'm just, for sake of explanation, our electromagnetic field. And so, the reason that I'm saying creator field now instead of energy field is because this field that we are all broadcasting out is what is creating our reality. It is what is and has been creating every single interaction with the universe that is happening for us. And so, when we understand our creator field and our power to create, and we harness it and we become empowered as creators versus victims to our reality, that is when we can become creators of our life. The thing is, we are always creators of our life, whether we are conscious of it, whether we understand it, whether we don't. So I want you to understand it so that you can be a conscious creator, an empowered creator. Okay. So our creator field or energy field, it is the field. Like this, you can't see it. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. You tell me. Can anyone see it? That is encompassing us. And this field, it is made up of our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, things that have happened to us, the actions that we take, the things that we're broadcasting out with our thoughts. Okay, are you with me? And so this field is what is creating the script for how the universe and people, everything that we interact with, respond to our reality. Cool. Meaning we can learn how reality is responding to us through our field. If that makes sense, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. I will look and answer them for you. Okay, so everything that is happening to us or for us is a result of what's being shown, scripted, broadcasted in our creator field. So, how people treat you. And these are where things get finicky, but stay with me. So, let's just go layer by layer, and I want to give a lot of examples for you guys. So, how people treat us is a direct reflection of our creator field. Let's do some relationship examples because I love when this happens with clients, and I'll give examples from my own life so you can hear about, my stuff. It's always fun. Okay, so I am just going to go with some examples because I think that's going to be the best way to understand. So, about a year ago, more or less, my creator field was showing that my level of self-worth was at a low percentage. And so I attracted a man who was not valuing me as much as my soul wanted to be valued. But my creator field was broadcasting that I don't see my own value. I don't see my own worth. So this man was reading that script of, oh, like I can just be bare minimum. I don't have to put in a lot of effort. Um, and he even told me, like, oh, like I feel like you want romance, but I'm just not that kind of guy. And so, why did I attract this dating scenario? Because my creator field was broadcasting, I don't see myself as worthy. I don't see myself as valuable. I am not putting myself first. So I'm going to attract someone that doesn't do that to me. And so we can blame the person, or we can look at our field and say, why or how am I being this way towards myself? And that is exactly what I did. I started looking at how I was seeing myself and how I wasn't prioritizing myself. Guess what? 5 months later, this was an on and off situationship. This same person, he doesn't do any healing work. He doesn't change. Texts me, hey, I want to start treating you differently. I want to start showing up for you. I want to do this for you and do this for you and that for you. And guess what? We didn't talk about him change. I mean, we talked about things for sure, but like what I want, and like I ended, I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit on this story. I had ended things with him saying that this is not working for me. And we didn't talk for like a month or two. And then I get this text as I'm like working on my value really deeply, on my self love really deeply. And then I get this text of wanting to show up for me in a certain way and, treat me better. And he wants to do all these things. And so, with this break of us not talking or having like these conversations, it's my creator field is now broadcasting. This is how I am treated. So, same person who's not doing any healing work wants to treat me differently. Okay. Well, then we meet up, and I don't even feel attracted to him, even if he treats me differently. My body and my nervous system, and like I don't even feel attracted to him anymore because my creator field went up a level of being like, okay, even if this man does show up to me to his highest standards, they're still not matching the type of value of a woman I am. Okay. So fast track 1 month later, I'm doing this work to show up for myself, to every single day see how valuable I am, see how unique I am, see how special I am, broadcasting these out into my energy field, into my creator field, making sure that that is the script that is being plugged into it. I meet another man who instantly just starts showing up for me. I don't even have to ask him to. It's like, this is who he is. This is the type of man that he is. He's a protector, he's a provider, he's showing me love and care and all of these things. And this is just what happens through the creator field. So, that is one example of how that works when we can see how people are being shown up for us, showing up for us, and who we're attracted to, and how that can change based off of how we are subconsciously seeing ourselves. Because if you asked me, I don't know, that year plus whatever ago, I would have thought, oh, yeah, like I really do see my self worth. I mean, I've been in this healing space for years. But my creator field was saying something different based off of how I was being treated. Okay. And this shows up in so many ways, in every single way. This can be with, let's say, you have a friend that you're just going to hang out with and they cancel on you last minute. So, in your creator field, there is a broadcast of I don't prioritize myself or I can't commit to myself. And that person is reading, oh, I'm not going to prioritize them. I'm not going to commit to this hangout session. And this is so subconscious. Like this person's not actually like, oh, they're thinking that, let me do it. It's just how they're reading energy. Every single one of us, whether we have learned to read energy and are intuitive and like actually are consciously reading energy or are unconsciously reading energy, we're all reading energy. We're reading energy all the time. And so when we understand that, that is when we can see what is the energy that people are reading of me, that I'm broadcasting. And so then how can I use that as information, as data, in order to understand how I'm being towards myself? Because our energy field, our creator field, it's broadcasting how we feel about ourselves, how we see ourselves on that deep subconscious level. And so this is happening all of the time. You can even stub your toe, and each toe, like whether that's your big toe or your pinky toe, have a specific meaning. For example, the pinky toe is about the details of like not being balanced in your life. The big toe is more about control, but all the toes are about the details of that because they're like little small details. And so the reason we were a match to that, because in our creator field, we were holding that emotion, we were holding that belief. So we were a match to a rock being right there and not seeing it and stubbing our toe. Isn't that cool? How every single thing is happening because of our creator field, because of our energy field. And so I want to share a few more examples because I think that really helps understand things. Okay, I'm just going to answer a question here. One second. Okay, so the question, how can we understand what is being programmed in our creator field? Okay, yeah, so it's we can understand it based off of how things are being reflected to us. So, whether that is social life and dating, how someone is treating you, whether that is money, how money is showing up for you, whether that is your health problems, what each different part of the body means, whether that is specific thoughts, just mental thoughts. It can be with your family. It can literally be a car that's in front of you that's driving really slow. Like that's also a product of your creator field because they're like, and the thing is, it's only if you're noticing it. Like if there's a car driving in front of you that's slow and like you don't even notice it, I wouldn't say that's like a ding. But if it's like, if you're noticing it and like it's stirring something up inside of you, then it's like, okay, where am I feeling like I'm not going fast enough in an area of my life? And because that is being shown to you, things like that. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Glad you're with me. Awesome. So it's just so cool when we can understand how we are creating every single thing that happens to us like a movie. And this is with positive things too. So, like when you're embodying a high level of self worth, when you're embodying high levels of putting yourself first and self love, people will start treating you like you are extremely valuable. Money will start coming to you because of your value. Friends will start just being like, oh, can I go grab you a coffee because I'm going to be at the coffee shop because they want to like do something for you because you're doing things for yourself. You're prioritizing yourself. And so that script is coming of I put myself first. So people put you first. And so like relationships and dating are like really good ways to see what you're not what you're not fully embodying and how you're being towards yourself. And most people want to have all these conversations and like try to shift the other person. But if you actually just look at it as your creator field and your energy field and start to shift that on yourself, the other person will naturally start to shift. And this is like the most empowering way because it's going to save you from so many fights and conversations of just like, oh, I'm actually being this way towards myself. So let's say you keep meeting men that don't commit to you. Where are you not committing to yourself in a certain area of your life? Maybe it's with the gym. You say you're going to go and you're not. Maybe it's with your business. You say you're going to, I don't know, do a whatever, a video every day and you're not. Things like that. People are just reading our energetic script. Okay. So I want to give you a money example. Let's say that you keep having situations where you're having to spend money on like random things, like your car or a bill pops up unexpectedly. I would ask the question of where am I leaking energy in places that I don't want to? And that could be, I don't know, in the social area of life, hanging out with people that you don't actually want to be hanging out with. So then that script is having money show up for you in that way. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like these things will pop up to show us how we are being towards ourselves in our own life. And so there's what we can call ingredients. Oh, I'm freezing for a second. Am I back? Okay, Costa Rica. Okay, ingredients. And so, just like when we make a recipe, we have ingredients. We can plug ingredients into our creator field in order to patch up these holes and create the ingredients of what we want. So, life responds a certain way. So these ingredients can look like high levels of self trust, high levels of self worth, high levels of self love, high levels of commitment to the things you said you're going to commit to. And when you do these things and when you believe these things on a very subconscious level, you have these ingredients in your creator field. And these ingredients then get to allow your creator field to become this yummy, delicious recipe that attracts those things that you want to bring into your life. There are so many components of our subconscious mind that are getting broadcasted from our creator field. Also, our emotions. So, if we haven't fully released anger or sadness or guilt or shame or these other emotions, we might be broadcasting those out because they're an overflow and having more situations where those emotions are then like sparked so that we are forced to feel them and let them out. So our creator field is the barometer of what is going on. And when your creator field is like whole and tight and like, a delicious recipe, that's when we see all these wonderful things happening that we're trying to bring into our lives. And I want to share one funny nuance thing. So, there's something called a pity donut where, let's say, you have the thoughts of like you just don't feel beautiful at all. And in your creator field, it's like not feeling beautiful, broadcasted out. So maybe like, and it's like so like really intense. Sometimes the universe will give us a pity donut where maybe like 10 people will be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You look amazing. You look amazing. You look amazing. But you don't believe it anyways. But that's just like a pity donut from the universe because of the law of balance, which is things need to be balanced out. So because you're feeling like so low in your self-image, like the pity donut comes in from all these people like trying to balance it out. So you get to like neutral. Does that make sense? In the chats? How do we know when something is a pity donut? Good question. I would say is being really honest with yourself of like, am I actually believing this is true about me? And it's because if we really like believed it, and if people were saying that to us, then we know that they're reading the script of our creator field of I'm feeling I'm beautiful. And so these people are going to reflect that and say that to us. And if we're really not feeling it and people are saying that, that's like a pity donut from the universe. Which happens. I think I've had that with money quite a few times where I'm like feeling like so shit about money. And then I'm like, oh my God, I just got like a couple $100 come in, but like I was not feeling good about money for a long time. So it was like a pity donut because I was feeling so negative versus if I was like doing the work and like starting to feel really like abundant and like whole and that I deserve money and all these things. And I would know it was from my creator field. So these little nuances are fun. And the cool thing is, when I'm doing energy work with clients, when I'm doing intuitive reads, I look at your creator field of what you're broadcasting, so what you're believing to be true and what's your reality right now. And then I look at your higher self field of like what your higher self wants for you, what your soul wants for you, what's possible for you. And we fill in those gaps. And often, people that haven't trained intuition are they unconsciously are just reading someone's creator field. And so they might be giving them a timeline based off of what someone's currently at, but they're not seeing the possibility of what will happen if they overcome that. And that's the cool thing that I can do with intuition is fill in those gaps. Yay, we love that. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes here. Okay. So I want to give you all a little assignment and to really be honest with yourself about what your creator field is broadcasting out in the universe, and then look at where am I being that way towards myself. And sometimes these can be obvious, and sometimes these can be a little bit more sneaky. If you have a sneaky one, send me a DM and I'll help you out because I want you guys to understand this. Okay, so that is your homework assignment from this masterclass is to really start understanding how your deeper subconscious thoughts and beliefs are running everything in your life and using that as an empowerment tool instead of being a victim and being like, oh, this person's okay. I have a little bit more to say before we wrap up here on the this person's toxic thing. Because often we like to blame things like family members, partners, people like, oh, they're like that. But when you change how you're being to yourself, people around you change. Now, they have their own stuff, their own creator fields of why they're acting that way. But if you change yourself, they will either change how they treat you or they won't be a match to really be in your life. You might not be attracted to them. You might not feel like being friends with them. They'll treat someone else that way, but they won't treat you that way because your creator field won't have that script. It just won't allow it. It just, the universal laws, it won't work. So instead of calling someone toxic, instead of the next person you want to point your finger to, just ask, where am I being this way towards myself? And it can be subtle, but it's there. Okay, my loves, we are going to wrap up here. Please, if you have any questions for those that are watching the replay and didn't get to ask on live, send them to me. And yeah, I will see you on the next masterclass.